Have you ever wondered how a famous child actor became a top Hollywood director? Ron Howard did it. From Opie Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show to the man behind blockbusters like A Beautiful Mind, Apollo 13 and the Da Vinci Code. So, what was the journey like? What challenges shaped the great Ron Howard into the man he is today? Discover his incredible life and career in this video. Childhood and entering the entertainment industry. Ron Howard was born on March 1, 1954, in Duncan, Oklahoma, into a family with a deep artistic tradition. His father, Rance Howard, was an actor, screenwriter, and director who appeared in many television series and films. His mother, Jean Spiegel Howard, was also a talented actress, appearing in many famous films and sitcoms. Being born into a family with both parents working in the arts deeply influenced Ron Howard's passion for the entertainment industry from a very young age. Ron Howard did not have a normal childhood like other children. When he was only 2 years old, his parents took him to auditions, and not long after, he began appearing in some television commercials. Thanks to the guidance of his parents and the artistic atmosphere in the family, young Ron gradually got used to the camera lens and revealed his natural acting ability. At the age of 4, Howard made his acting debut in the film Frontier Woman, 1956, where he played a small role. He then went on to appear in several television shows, including The Twilight Zone, Dennis the Menace, and The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. Although they were only small roles, they helped him hone his acting skills and had the opportunity to work with many veteran actors and directors. The biggest turning point in Ron Howard's career came in 1990 when he was cast as Opie Taylor, the son of Sheriff Andy Taylor, played by Andy Griffith, in the television series The Andy Griffith Show. The series quickly became one of the most popular sitcoms in America at that time, and the image of the smart, adorable boy Opie with red hair captured the hearts of the audience. During its 8 seasons, 1960 to 1968, Ron Howard matured both in age and acting skills. He learned a lot from Andy Griffith, whom he considered a lifelong teacher and friend. Thanks to this film, Ron Howard became one of the most famous child actors in America, opening a promising career in the entertainment industry. From a boy of only 6 years old, Ron Howard proved that he was not just a passing child star, but a true talent who would go on to conquer Hollywood in his way. Success with Happy Days and acting career. In 1974, Ron Howard officially entered a new phase in his career when he took on the role of Richie Cunningham in the legendary ABC sitcom Happy Days. The series, set in the 1950s and 1960s, told the story of a group of young people in Milwaukee with Richie Cunningham as the central character, a good-natured, sincere guy who always tried to do the right thing. Happy Days quickly became a television phenomenon, attracting millions of viewers each week and catapulting Ron Howard to new heights in his career. The role of Richie Cunningham not only helped him consolidate his reputation from The Andy Griffith Show, but also shaped his image as a handsome, approachable young actor. The series ran for 11 seasons, 1974 to 1984, but Ron Howard only participated in Season 7, 1980, before deciding to leave to pursue other passions. During his time on Happy Days, Ron Howard not only limited his career to television, but also expanded to the big screen. One of the most notable films he participated in was American Graffiti, 1973, a work of director George Lucas. In the film, Ron Howard played Steve Belander, a young man who had just graduated from high school, standing at an important turning point in his life. The film explored the worries and ambitions of youth in the 1960s and was considered one of the best works on the subject of youth. The success of American Graffiti not only gave Ron Howard more experience with cinema, but also helped him work with big names like George Lucas and Harrison Ford, who would later create Star Wars. In addition, he also participated in several other films, such as The Shootist, 1976, where he had the opportunity to collaborate with the legendary John Wayne, and Grand Theft Auto, 1977, the first film in which he both starred and directed. Despite a successful acting career, Ron Howard gradually felt boxed in with familiar roles, mainly young, naive, and somewhat romantic men. He began to realize that his true passion was not acting, but directing. The process of participating in Happy Days also helped him to be more exposed to the film production stage. He often observed how directors operated the set, how they directed the actors, arranged the camera angles, and handled post-production. This sparked in him a new desire to become the person behind the camera lens. So in 1980, Ron Howard decided to leave Happy Days when his contract ended. Even though the show was still very successful, he wanted to devote all his energy to pursuing a directing career, a bold decision that later helped him become one of Hollywood's top directors. The journey to becoming a famous director. After leaving Happy Days in 1980, Ron Howard decided to pursue his dream of becoming a director, a challenging but also extremely daring move. His first opportunity came in 1977 when he directed his first film, Grand Theft Auto, a car racing action comedy. The film had a low budget of only $602,000 but grossed over $15 million, a surprise success, especially for a young director with little experience. The film was made under the guidance of Roger Corman, a master of low-budget filmmaking, famous for discovering and nurturing talented directors such as Martin Scorsese, James Cameron, and Francis Ford Coppola. It was Corman who encouraged Ron Howard to try his hand at directing and gave him full control of Grand Theft Auto as long as the film met two conditions. It had to have a lot of car chases and fight scenes. Although not a great work, Grand Theft Auto proved that Ron Howard could direct a complete film. Its success gave him more motivation to pursue a professional directing career. After having a stepping stone with Grand Theft Auto, Ron Howard continued to hone his skills and began to build his reputation with a series of notable films. Night Shift, 1982. This is considered a big turning point in Ron Howard's directing career. The comedy is about two employees working the night shift in a morgue, starring Michael Keaton and Henry Winkler. With its clever and creative humor, Night Shift received much praise and helped Ron Howard affirm himself as a truly talented director. Splash, 1984. This is a romantic comedy about a boy, Tom Hanks, who falls in love with a mermaid, Daryl Hannah. Splash was not only a commercial success, earning $69 million at the box office against a budget of $8 million, but was also nominated for an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. This was the first film from Touchstone Pictures, a Disney company, and its success gave Disney the confidence to invest in more adult live-action films. Cocoon, 1985. This was a big step in Ron Howard's career. The film is a science fiction genre about a group of elderly people who accidentally come into contact with energy from a spaceship and suddenly regain their health and youth. Cocoon received positive reviews from critics and audiences and won 2 Oscars, Best Supporting Actor and Best Visual Effects. The success of the film helped Ron Howard to be highly appreciated not only in the comedy genre, but also in the field of science fiction. After the initial successes, Ron Howard continued to make his mark with a series of impressive films, helping him become one of the leading directors in Hollywood. Parenthood, 1989, a comedy drama about a family starring Steve Martin, Keanu Reeves, and a young Joaquin Phoenix. The film received 2 Oscar nominations and was considered one of the most authentic films about family relationships. Its success later inspired 2 TV series of the same name, one in 1990 and one in 2010. Backdraft, 1991, an action drama about firefighters starring Kurt Russell, Robert De Niro, and William Baldwin. The film was praised not only for its realistic explosions, but also for its touching story of brotherhood and courage. Backdraft was nominated for 3 Oscars: sound editing, and visual effects. Apollo 13, 1995. This is the film that brought Ron Howard to the top of the film industry. Apollo 13 is based on the true events of the failed Apollo 13 mission in 1970, starring Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon, and Ed Harris. The film was not only highly appreciated for its historical accuracy, but also for its tense and emotional scenes. The famous line, "Houston, we have a problem," also became one of the classic lines of cinema. Apollo 13 won 2 Oscars, Best Film Editing and Best Sound Mixing, and was nominated for 9 other categories, including Best Picture. Global revenue reached $355 million USD, making it one of the most successful space movies of all time. Career highs and Oscars with A Beautiful Mind. With the release of A Beautiful Mind in 2001, Ron Howard reached the pinnacle of his career. The film was a biographical, psychological film that was based on the life of the brilliant mathematician John Nash, who suffered from paranoid schizophrenia but still made significant contributions to game theory and was awarded the Nobel Prize in Economics in 1994. When it came to the director post, Ron Howard was not first seen as a top candidate. The idea of Steven Spielberg directing this picture was initially contemplated. However, as Spielberg became preoccupied with other projects, Howard agreed to take over the directing duties. This is most likely one of the most significant choices he has made during his professional life. Alicia Nash, the wife of John Nash, is played by Jennifer Connelly, and Russell Crowe plays the role of John Nash in the film. Not only is A Beautiful Mind a movie about a mathematical prodigy, but it is also an emotionally moving drama about love, dedication, and the struggle against mental illness. Using Nash's subjective viewpoints, Ron Howard opted to portray the tale in a non-linear fashion, which allowed him to immerse the spectator in the world of schizophrenia. As a result, the audience was left feeling as perplexed and startled as the character himself. When it was first released, A Beautiful Mind was met with a cacophony of applause from both film reviewers and moviegoers, particularly for how the movie depicted the struggle with mental illness in a compassionate manner. The movie was awarded 4 Academy Awards. In addition, the movie was nominated for 4 more Academy Awards, one of which was for Best Actor, which was given to Russell Crowe. It is a testament to Ron Howard's exceptional narrative talent that the success of A Beautiful Mind propelled him into the ranks of the most accomplished directors in Hollywood. Immediately following the overwhelming success of A Beautiful Mind, Ron Howard began to explore a wide variety of cinema genres and made a string of outstanding pictures, which included both commercial blockbusters and works of great artistic worth. Following the success of his film, A Beautiful Mind, Ron Howard was offered the opportunity to make the cinematic adaptation of Dan Brown's renowned novel, The Da Vinci Code. Because the work has been published in millions of copies all over the world and has a significant number of readers, this endeavor was rather ambitious. In the movie, Tom Hanks plays the role of Robert Langdon, a Harvard symbologist who becomes involved in a strange inquiry that involves the hidden group Opus Dei, Leonardo da Vinci, and the Holy Grail. The Da Vinci Code was a major economic success, even though it was met with controversy and received strong condemnation from the Vatican. The movie made more than $760 million throughout the world. Both of these films helped Ron Howard secure his position as a leading Hollywood commercial filmmaker, even though they did not get as much critical praise as the previous picture. Even though he is most known for directing blockbusters, Ron Howard has also spent time creating works that have significant artistic and political relevance, respectively. The drama Frost-Nixon was one of them. It was based on the famous interview that took place in 1977 between former President of the United States, Richard Nixon, and David Frost, who was portrayed by Michael Sheen. Frank Langella played Richard Nixon. As Nixon attempts to safeguard his reputation in the wake of the Watergate incident, the film examines the heated encounter that takes place between a television journalist and a strong politician within the context of the film. The clever writing, superb acting, and dramatic narrative in Frost-Nixon garnered a lot of praise from critics and audiences alike. In addition to being nominated for 5 Academy Awards, the film was also nominated for Best Picture and Best Director for Ron Howard. His reputation in the historical drama genre was strengthened by the picture, even though it did not win this award. Ron Howard is widely recognized as one of the most accomplished and versatile filmmakers in Hollywood, as seen by his extensive body of work, which includes a diverse spectrum of films, including historical dramas, commercial blockbusters, and tragedies. In addition to being the recipient of an Academy Award, he has also established himself as a prominent figure in a wide variety of genres, including science fiction, sports, mystery stories, and biographies. Ron Howard is not only a talented director, but also an exemplary husband and father. What has helped him maintain a lasting marriage of nearly 50 years in the turbulent environment of Hollywood? Let's explore his simple but meaningful family life. Personal life and family. The wedding took place on June 7, 1975, when Ron Howard was 21 years old. Cheryl Alley was the bride. The writer Cheryl has remained by Howard's side throughout his whole career. Cheryl is a writer. Their love began while they were in high school and has persisted for decades, despite the difficulties that Hollywood may provide to celebrity couples trying to maintain their relationship. Even though partnerships in the city of films typically do not continue for very long, their marriage is widely regarded as one of the most admirable love tales in the city. When asked about the factors that contribute to the happiness of his family, Howard once said that the answer rests in mutual respect, real communication, and putting family first. He consistently places a high priority on spending time with his wife and children, even though he is one of the most successful filmmakers in Hollywood. Even though they are frequently seen together on the red carpet at large events, the pair maintains a rather private existence and avoids engaging in gossip in their everyday lives. Bryce Dallas Howard, Jocelyn Howard, Paige Howard, and Reed Howard are the names of the couple's 4 children they had together. Among these, Bryce Dallas Howard is the most well-known, having achieved fame as both an actor and a filmmaker simultaneously. As a result of her major part in Jurassic World and other successful films, she is extremely well known. Furthermore, Bryce has followed in her father's footsteps by directing episodes of The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. She has also directed episodes of other television shows. In addition to their success in their respective businesses, Ron Howard and his wife share a strong interest in traveling to learn about different cultures. They frequently travel together throughout the world. Howard frequently publishes images of family vacations on social networks, which demonstrates the deep tie that exists between members of the family. Even though he is one of the most influential names in Hollywood and possesses massive wealth, Ron Howard opts for a straightforward way of life rather than one that is extravagant and spectacular. He and his family have made their home in Connecticut, far off from the frenetic activity of Los Angeles, where they can take pleasure in quiet times with their wife and children. Not only is Ron Howard regarded as one of the most talented filmmakers in Hollywood, but he is also considered a landmark in the cinema business. Throughout his career, which spans over 4 decades, he has made his imprint with several works that are considered to be classics. These works include artistic masterpieces as well as commercial blockbusters that have a global effect, legacy, and influence. The emotional approach that Ron Howard takes, which involves utilizing the depth of individuals and bringing authentic tales to the screen in a manner that is both realistic and uplifting, has earned him extensive recognition. His ability to transform true-life events into cinematic masterpieces is made abundantly obvious by films like Apollo 13, A Beautiful Mind, and Frost, Nixon, amongst others. Not only was he extremely successful artistically, but many of his works also enjoyed remarkable financial success, which contributed to the consolidation of his position in the cinema business. Ron Howard, in contrast to a great number of other well-known filmmakers, always presents himself in a manner that is humble, professional, and committed to his work. Not only is he revered by his peers, but he is also cherished by spectators due to the unwavering commitment he is known for and the significant contributions he has made to the field of international film. The fact that he was awarded the Academy Award for Best Director for his work on A Beautiful Mind is the most convincing evidence of his talent and impact. Because he has had such a successful career, Ron Howard has been an inspiration to a great number of younger filmmakers. Not only did he produce commercially successful films, but he also served as a mentor and advisor to a great number of up-and-coming directors. It is his approach to filmmaking that has been a guiding principle for many generations to follow, since it emphasizes the plot, cultivates characters with a profound level of complexity, and always prioritizes the experience of the viewer. Not only is Ron Howard a filmmaker, but he is also an excellent storyteller, a relentless creative, and a symbol of perseverance in the entertainment business. His legacy will continue to serve as a source of motivation for many coming generations. Ron Howard has had an impressive career, from child actor to famous Hollywood director. Of the films he has made, which one has impressed you the most? What do you think is the factor that has contributed to his lasting success in the film industry? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and we would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting